The Harvest at Homestead Manor restaurant opened last summer, and in that time it has developed a menu that emphasizes locally produced ingredients and sustainability. Its new chef de cuisine, Dylan Morrison, is responsible for acting as a liaison between the kitchen and the farm.
Just going to do a little flatbread here. We got this killer pizza oven that we're getting up to temp right now. It's electric and wood fired, so get this thing started. These are pork belly lardons here. A little bit of salt and pepper, squeeze it. Shot this sliding in here. Let me get that little piece out right there. This oven goes anywhere from steady 700 to 900 degrees. So it doesn't take long. We can do pizzas in 3 minutes. We do a lot of special dishes for our wedding planners and special events. So this is one of them. I'm kind of doing a little extra play with it. So usually we don't have the lardons on there.
So it has Noble Springs goat cheese?
It does.
And what else?
Pork belly lardons, goat cheese.
Pork belly what?
Pork belly lardons.
How do I spell
What's that?
Lardon. It's just like a prep of a bacon. You got the Noble Springs goat cheese, arugula, grape. What's up?
Is that onion? What is that?
That's pickled red onion.
Oh, sorry.
A little bit of microgreens, and these are some broccolini flowers.
It smells great.
Broccoli what?
Broccolini flowers. We got a little bit of balsamic here. That should do it.
Unlike many other restaurants that tout a direct farm-to-table process in food production and preparation, Harvest at Homestead Manor has its own farm on-site just about 150 feet away from the restaurant. Harvest's farm director, Stephen Bailey, aims to further expand the still very young agricultural operation.
When you're on the front of the property and you come across the tracks, we kind of call this the back 40. And so back here is where the farm is, and you can see right here is the greenhouse. And the greenhouse, this first greenhouse has got all of our baby lettuce in it. It's got our microgreens. This is where we start all of our seeds. And so we're really actively pursuing that right now. We have plans for a second greenhouse, and that'll be complete aquaponic system. So, you know, have your Mozambique tilapia in a huge tank, and that system will feed you know, herbs and all different kinds of lettuces and plants, and really be able to grow that way. So that's kind of the second greenhouse. If you look at this field right here in front of us, this is going to be an entire wildflower field. You know, wildflowers are an incredible thing because it attracts beneficial insects, it brings in the pollinators, and it reduces erosion. So this entire field will be beautiful wildflowers. Right here is this big mulberry tree. It's an old mulberry tree that still produces. We harvest that, we collect those mulberries, and the bar uses it for mulberry syrups, the kitchen uses it for mulberry pies, preserves, so that's a really cool thing. When you look out and you see this kind of big, tall, high fenced deer fence area, we kind of call that the acre. and that's about an acre of where all our produce is. So the left side's about 750 different tomato plants, from heirloom Cherokee purples to orange Juan Golds to yellow pears. We've got some really fun tomatoes. And then the rest of the field is your kales, your cucumbers. We've got some fun like pole beans, like dragon bush, and all these different kind of providers. And we have a lot of fun different varieties. We're doing some sweet corn. The far field, that's where we will do winter squash. They tend to take up more area, more room. And then you can see this entire tree line going around us. The entire tree line has bramble, wild blackberries. That's fun to harvest, probably around May, June. And then you're looking at this entire forest, and that is a big hill. It's probably about 30 acres. It goes way, way back, all forest. And that's where we hope to be able to move pastured hogs, to run them on pasture for the first part of their lives, and then to finish them in the forest. Pastured hogs love to, if you let a pig be a pig, if you let a hog just really, what do you really want to do? They want to rut around and look for bugs and snakes and worms and rut around for nuts and berries and all that kind of stuff. And so they can do that in the forest. Everywhere where you see pasture, that's where we want to run our animals. We want to start off with layers, and after we move from egg layers, we'd like to go into chickens, but everywhere we see pastures, we would want to move chickens around. So Andy Marshall, the owner, really, when he purchased this property, he really had this vision to have a place here in Thompson Station where there's a lot of history. There's the Civil War Manor, the Battle of Thompson Station was here. And we have an events barn, we have this incredible farm-to-table harvest restaurant, and this farm. And the goal is, what we want is, we want people in Middle Tennessee to kind of get out of the hustle and bustle and to come onto this property. And when you come onto this property, you kind of do a big, I think here in the next month or two, we're really going to start picking up steam. And once the greenhouse is finished and we get power to it, and we start having animals out here, hopefully this summer we'll start with the farmers market and everything. We'll really start picking up steam. And I think the indicators that some real things are happening is we get some animals, we start doing a couple dinners out here, these are both things that are planned. Farmers market opens up at the events barn. That you get those things going by May, June, and then everything will just really start falling into place. So that's kind of the hope, and that's the plan. We're hoping the sooner the better.